What up, Space Fam? Goes in here from AnimeUproar, and although it's hard to wait 2 weeks to get a chapter rather than 1 week, this chapter was a big one in many ways. We got huge reveals and some very important moments, so be sure to stay tuned for that. If you enjoy seeing these One Piece reviews and want to keep them coming, make sure to smash that like button until it's blue and share this video. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial, hit that notification bell or you will miss future One Piece reviews. And if you want early access to One Piece reviews and other reviews on the channel, you can follow our podcast AnimeUproar Audio on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever else you listen to podcasts. Links in the description. Keep in mind there will be detailed spoilers since we are talking about the latest chapter in One Piece. Now, without further ado, let's jump into this interesting chapter. This chapter is called Family Trouble, again referring to Kaido's family and his son. The One Piece community has been obsessed over who this could be ever since we figured out that Yonko had one, and I even had comments on videos of people saying it was Katakuri. Well, we clearly will find out more about this mysterious and also fascinating family in this chapter. The chapter starts with Orochi, who is absolutely beaming. He has ladies around him, and we're told he has a calm mind, finally. In his mind, everything went according to plan. The 9 scabbards have been taken care of, their plans were foreseen and stopped, and now their ghosts will finally vanish from his nightmares. Of course, we know that this is not in actuality the case. Thanks to a few things like Kinemon accidentally giving Kanjuro the wrong information, Kyoshiro actually being the loyal Denjiro in disguise, and all of the other members who showed up to join the alliance, things are worse for Orochi than he could have imagined. The traitor Kanjuro has yet to arrive and tell him the updated info, and thus Orochi and the rest have been lulled into a false sense of security. I've said in previous chapters that the element of surprise would be the best bet for our boys, since it would be too much, in my view, to expect our guys to beat 2 Yonko and their crews in a straightforward way. Kaido was super careful back in the day and was ready when Oden planned to catch him off guard, but this time, it doesn't look like they'll be ready. They may be happy, drunk, and then get blindsided by our boys, most of who are wearing beast pirate disguises. This seems to be a recurring pattern when fighting Yonko, since they also tried to defeat Big Mom in the past when she was vulnerable, not when she was at her strongest. I like this aspect of the series because you don't have Luffy acting like Goku, who helps his enemies reach 100% of their potential even when he could have defeated them earlier. In One Piece, there can be much more strategy involved. We jump back to our team in Onigashima, where our samurai / pirate / mink raid has begun. Our boy Kinemon is leading the eastern troops, Denjiro is leading the southern troops, and the total number of men exceeds 5,000, much more fighters than Oden had back in the day, but Kaido was also weaker then, and didn't have an alliance with Big Mom either. We jump to Law, who's with the other red scabbards in his submarine. We get a map outlining exactly where everyone is. Remember, Kaido's castle's in the back, so as Kid and Luffy probably cause trouble at the main entrance, we'll have 3 different teams preparing to catch the enemy off guard, including Law's team, which is gonna make use of his Devil Fruit power in order to create a new path that would have not been possible for practically anyone else. He's pretty much going to use his Epic Room ability to teleport the men where they need to be. I really like Law's outside the box thinking here. Then we jump to Kanjuro, cue the boos for this traitor. I bet Kanjuro would absolutely hate it if everyone just smashed the like button on this video right now. Kanjuro's got Momonosuke tied up and is dragging him along. He's supposed to meet with Orochi, but it's his first time there and he miscalculated how complicated it would be. Beast pirates are attacking him because as far as they know, he's still an enemy, even though he has Momonosuke tied up, which does sort of signal that he's a bad guy, but the beast pirates probably attack first and ask questions later. Kanjuro has to beat these guys while watching Momonosuke until he finally gets to Orochi. No easy task, but it serves him right. Momonosuke sees the dagger on the ground and it is implied that he might somehow pick it up, perhaps with his hands that are tied up behind him, so that he can slowly start cutting the rope or even stab Kanjuro. Keep in mind, Momonosuke made an extremely manly promise that he would free himself and handle Kanjuro, so he's trying to find a way to do just that, rather than being someone who's helpless and needs to be saved. We jump to the Beast Pirates party, and people are having a great time, eating, drinking, and hollering. Bad guys clearly have fun times too. But I think some of the stuff you can notice here is the excess. So much food, so much alcohol, so much architectural luxury, it really drives home the contrast between the majority of Wano and this top 1% elite, which can be super wasteful while others are starving to death. We are told that the enemy forces are still unaware of our army of roughly 5,000. This is actually working out great for now, because we all know that on a full stomach and after a bunch of drinking, the last thing you want to do is fight to the death. You'd rather just enter a sushi coma and fall asleep somewhere like that guy who keeps sleeping everywhere in Tower of God. We get to see some fun, new and improved inventions, like Frankie's Rhino motorcycle and Commander Chopper's operating a tank. The girls are impressed and join Chopper in the tank. It's like the One Piece equivalent of a Ferrari. Then we get some classic One Piece hilarity. Jinbei lets us know that Luffy left to stop Kid from causing a scene, and everyone knows that Luffy's definitely gonna get spotted and be the one to cause a scene. Then Zoro, knowing Luffy, went to make sure he's discreet, but like us, the Straw Hats immediately realize that he's gonna get lost for sure. We know Luffy is anything but discreet, and that Zoro is the worst with directions. And it's amazing how, for example, Zoro's bad sense of direction has been there since pretty much the beginning of the series, but it just doesn't get old, even after almost 1,000 chapters. Gotta hand it to Oda. We see Sanji's own quirk, his simping after women, shine through. He asks Nami for them to rendezvous in the battlefield, and you really can't blame him for acting like this after Nami's outfit change. And of course, we have the ladies, Chopper and Usopp in the tank, but there's no room for the extremely jealous Sanji. Frankie, probably appreciating Robin's outfit as well, asks her to ride on his back, but Brook, the mad lad he is, takes her spot. Frankie explains that he was obviously inviting Robin, but Brook says that a ride along between guys isn't bad. We're really getting some time for the crew and their dynamics to shine, and I love it. I'm impressed that Oda can continue to give everyone great moments, even as the crew has become pretty big at this point. Frankie is going to the back of the island to station the vehicles, while Commander Chopper enjoys his tank in his commander position. And of course, Sanji tries to get Robin to ride on top with him, but alas, she passes. No luck for our Sanji this time, but in the spirit of a true simp, let's not lose hope. We get a full body shot of Jinbei and Robin, and I know I'm being repetitive, but wow, Kinemon and Oda are geniuses for coming up with these beast outfits for the ladies. Is it bad that I'm as excited about these outfits as the battles? Jinbei notices that the crew is as lively as ever, and there's a nice bonding moment between him and Robin. He fears that taking the situation too lightly can be dangerous, and Robin is relieved to hear such mature words, since she's usually the only mature one in the crew. I didn't even catch this on my first reading, but there does appear to be someone watching these two from the bushes. He or she is definitely gonna pop up soon enough and reveal themselves, but let me know who you think it is. Could it be a huge game changer like Kaido's son, or just some passing by beast pirate? For the meantime, we jump to Kaido, who is finally face to face with the Flying Six headliners. Ulti is as unfiltered as ever, and Sasaki is arrogant, calling everyone but Kaido his underling. Kaido wants to introduce the Tobiropo to Big Mom, but after Big Mom finishes changing. And wow, it seems like she really takes her time in getting ready. We can really get a sense of how gigantic Black Maria is here, her head not even fitting into the panel. And we see how Jack towers over someone like Drake in height. I really like the moment where Kaido sort of apologizes for keeping them waiting, and Ulti just fires back immediately that it was annoying. No fear from her, and I love it. These guys have their own fun dynamics, as Page 1 is constantly trying to make Ulti censor herself. We then learn more about the inner relations within the Beast Pirate ranks. All-Star King actually summoned these guys, but had to use Kaido's names because the guys would ignore the orders of an All-Star. Clearly, the Flying Six aren't the type to just fall in line, since they are ex-pirate captains. It seems that Who's Who and Sasaki are particularly unlikely to follow All-Star orders, which makes sense since Sasaki literally just said that he's only down to drink with Kaido and everyone else is an underling. We have egos clashing, and the politics of it all is very entertaining. I love seeing King too, since I think he's the strongest of all All-Stars, and I really want to see more of him in action. King points out that the Flying Six, like Sasaki, want to become All-Stars, even though he's doubtful that they have what it takes. Bao Huang, a headliner and seemingly Kaido's secretary, who's taken the flying squirrel smile fruit, lets us know the schedule. We're gonna get the All-Stars and Master Fukurokujo, the leader of Orochi's ninja squad, to make a toast, and then Kaido and Lord Orochi are gonna make speeches. I hope we get that, since I'd love to see what kind of speech Kaido would make to his warriors. And then we'll get the arrival of the Big Mom Pirates ship, probably carrying very important figures from the Big Mom family. Perhaps they're the ones that spotted Robin and Jinbei. The two Yonko will then, and I quote, announce the biggest pirate alliance in the world, end quote. The hype is real, and if that wasn't enough, Kaido is also gonna make a really important announcement and really is emphasized. So Oda is definitely building huge hype around this news. Kaido is acting out of character and keeping a secret since he believes it would bring confusion if he revealed the secret now. Kaido then tells the Tobiropo to bring back his idiot son Yamato, who disappeared today. There it is, the reveal. His son is Yamato, disproving a bunch of theories of who he could have been talking about in the last chapter. We also get more info on Yamato besides his name. Black Maria comments that bringing him back is a difficult task, implying that he might be hard to find, but also probably that he's strong, and even all 6 of them would have trouble with him. This suggests that Kaido's son might truly be a beast, pun intended. It appears Kaido's secret announcement is also related to his son, who Black Maria refers to as young Master Yamato, clearly showing respect to him and his position in the Beast Pirates hierarchy. Ulti is just like, who cares? That's your family issue, your problem. And again, page 1 is like, dang girl, relax. He clearly worries enough for the both of them. It's revealed that the prize for bringing the son back safe and sound will be a shot for them all to go against an all-star, obviously implying that if they win, they could become one. This is a huge deal, and we see that some Flying Six members are clearly viewing themselves as being on an all-star level. Hopefully we'll get to find out soon enough if it's just arrogance or if it's coming from a real place. I think Jack is probably the weak link here, since he had trouble with Inuarashi, Nekomamushi, and Ashura, so if Who's Who or Sasaki are as strong as they seem to believe they are, they may well have a shot. Jack says he doesn't have a problem with it, but I don't know, I think he might be a little worried here. He looks serious as Who's Who grins from ear to ear, clearly excited. We go back to the general partying and excess, and we see Luffy looking for Kid. Not just that, but he's literally using a guy's head as a watchtower. Clearly this dude does not know how to blend in and be careful. Luffy gets soup spilled on him, and that is not good. A guy comments that they made too much soup, another says throw it away because it is too sweet, or give it to the people of Okobore town, where Tsuru's tea house is located. They say how these people would lick the food off the floor and say thank you. They comment on how beggars should be grateful to be alive, while Luffy remembers Tama and how hungry she was and how much delight she took in any food she could get. The contrast is huge. These guys wasting perfectly good food while looking down and insulting the people suffering who would take joy in any food that would help them survive. Luffy's serious face comes on, and we're told that Luffy is angry. Now you know that he's going to go crazy in the next chapter, and that whole blend in plan is gonna fly completely out of the window. When Luffy makes those serious expressions, we usually get some very epic moments, so I really can't wait. There is so much to look forward to. Kaido's son, the match between the Flying Six and headliners, Luffy, Nami and Robin's outfits, and the location of Zoro. I really can't wait. And One Piece will be on break next week, but the next chapter is surely going to be epic and eventful. As always, let me know your thoughts on this chapter in the comments, and let me know what you think is going to happen next. Share all your theories. If you enjoyed the vid, make sure to smash that like button until it's blue and share this video. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial, hit that notification bell or you will miss future One Piece videos. Remember, you can get One Piece reviews like this one and other reviews early by following our podcast, AnimeUproar Audio, links in the description. Lastly, the YouTube ad rates have significantly dropped recently, so the help and support we're getting from our AnimeUproar patrons is now more important than ever. A very special thank you goes to our patrons over on Patreon who help us survive these YouTube issues and who help make videos like this one possible. First and foremost, I want to thank the legend acknowledged by Lord Twigo himself, Efren A. And the one-tier patrons, the ones who stand atop all clans: Steven Ingrata, Alola Anatem, The World, Steelers, Tyson Quirino, Acquire Respect, Pate Hefa, Jonathan King, Desi D, Brandon Aviles, and Emperor Otaku, and our Pro Hero tier patrons, the one and only Gilgamesh, Nothing But a Fan, Jason Wilson, King Zeldris, Anatoly Kazatsky, Angel Cruz, iSparky65, Cricket XP, Ted No Ted, Joe Stanton, Very Gucci, Alicia Actor, Animal69, Jessica Califon, Hinokami and Water, Bonnie Parks, Zodiar12, Rathuan De Aura, Tien Huang, Mitch Loves Anime, and JCC Waka. Thank you all so much. If you enjoy our work, you can support more of it by going over to patreon.com/AnimeUproar and becoming a patron today for as little as $1. If you do so, you'll get your name featured in future videos alongside these amazing people right here, and you'll even get access to our private patron-only Discord, where we talk about anime, life, and of course, dank memes. So check out patreon.com/AnimeUproar, link in the description if you're interested. You can also now join the YouTube channel and support more content that way if you prefer. Whichever way you choose to support us, you can get the same great benefits. Thanks again, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.